Yeah, baby. Welcome to the Friday Halloween edition of our live coaching call. I'm Tom Austin Powers, your host today. We've got a groovy show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about how to slay your marketing monsters, and I'm going to be going over some of the new amazing AI website builder features in Highlevel. Plus, we're going to do shout outs. I'm going to take your questions. It's going to be groovy, baby. Yeah. How's everybody doing out there? It's going to be hard to take me seriously in this outfit, but I am going to have to ask you to do that. Dord says, I'm out of here. Oh, yeah, baby. It's Halloween. We got to get in the spirit. We got to get in the spirit. Yes, that's right. I kept going around to the kids and being like, do you feel Randy, baby? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. We have I don't know why that is scrolling along the bottom there. Let me turn that off. I'm Tom Gaddis. This is our weekly Aloha Friday marketing coaching call. We got a great show or a great call lined up for you today. We're going to talk about some of the new AI website builder features in Highlevel. I don't know if you guys saw, I did a video about this a couple days ago. You're going to love this. It really makes what we do with our already done method even easier. You guys are going to love that. We're going to do some shout outs. We're going to do some celebrations, all that stuff as well. Plus, I'm going to take your questions. So it's going to be a really good show. Now, for those of you who may not have seen this, let me pull this up here real quick. We, every year, for those of you that are new to our community, we run a Halloween spooktacular special event. And so you may have seen the emails about it. If you didn't, I'm going to let that link kind of scroll across the bottom of the screen for the rest of the show. But I just wanted to show you this. So this is our spooktacular cell. Let me share my screen here. Cameron and the team, they always do such a great job with this every year. But this is the page. When you go to that link, offlinesharks.com/spooktacular, you get on this page. This ends November 1st, so Saturday night at midnight. This is just something we run leading up to Halloween. But we put, there's a lot of free things on here. Also, a lot of great discounts on current courses and things like that as well. So if you haven't checked this page out, go check it out. Look at the deals. This is just something we do every Halloween, the Shark Spectacular. Shushan, Cameron, the team, they do such a great job with all the graphics and stuff. So awesome work, team. Go check it out. That's the last I'm going to talk about this session. So I'm going to remove that from the stage. All right, well, let's dive in to something that I have been playing around with this week. All right, and that is some brand new features that have been rolled out inside of Highlevel, specifically their AI website builder. So I'm going to share my screen. I want to show this to you guys. Also, too, if you have not checked out the video that I did on this, I'm going to put this in the chat as well. So there's a link to the YouTube video. Go there, watch the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. I'm starting to post a lot more content there, a lot more trainings and things on new Highlevel features and stuff we're working on. So you're going to want to make sure you get notified and subscribe there. Plus, if you go watch that video and you leave a comment, I have a special prospecting script that I give everyone who leaves a comment. So if you check out that video for me after the live show, like it, subscribe, leave a comment, I would appreciate it. But one of the things that I was talking about in that video is we have a thing called the already done method, where we use pre-built websites as a foot in the door, and then we sell additional marketing services on the back end of that. So I wanted to show you some of these amazing new features that Highlevel rolled out, because this is pretty amazing, and it makes this method even easier to actually customize. So here's what we used to do in the beginning. So I'm in the Highlevel. This is the agency view of the account. So let me show you guys how to activate this, because this is a brand new feature. It won't just automatically be turned on in your account. So you have to go into your agency level account. You want to click on settings down here at the bottom, and you're going to go to this next to last thing called labs here. And when you click on that, you're going to see these different things that are not public yet, but things that you can turn on and off in your agency level and also in your sub account. So you're going to go to the sub account side, and you're just going to look for the AI website builder. So I'm going to do a video on this pretty soon. The email AI is pretty sweet too. So here it is, brand new funnel AI and website AI. So you want to activate this feature. When you click activate, you can enable it just for specific sub accounts, or you can enable it for all your sub accounts. But you can see this doesn't go live until the 27th of November. So you have to go to labs to activate this. Again, I just showed you how to do that. So I have turned this on for the sub account that I'm going to show you this in, which is Tom's Agency. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to click on Tom's Agency. And I want to show you guys how this thing works, because this is really, really awesome. So you find the new website and funnel AI builder under sites. So you go over here on the left-hand menu to sites. We're going to close that. One of the other things they announced at the Highlevel Summit is that they're going to give you the ability to turn all those notifications off in your accounts. Is that going to be great or what? They just kind of show up. But anyway, here we are in the funnels. Now, the funnel AI builder has been here. Like when you click this new funnel, you can build it with AI, or you can build from templates. But what is brand new, there's new features in the funnel builder. But what is brand new as well is now if you click on the websites tab, you can just build a website with AI. With AI. You don't have to build a funnel. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I already kind of set one up when I did the video the other day. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But you can see you can either just click build with AI, or on your new website, you still have the options to go blank or to go from templates. So the way that we used to do this in the past was we would select these templates in here. Let's say that you're looking for a plumber site. You would find a plumber template in here. And then we would just set one of these sites up, like maybe this one. We would just set this up like on a generic domain. And then we would go around and find plumbers that didn't have websites or had really crappy looking websites. And we would just show them this pre-built website and say, hey, I can sell you this because it's already built for like $500, and I'll customize it. I'll put your logo here. I can change the content to match your content, right? So this is how we did it in the past. So the website that we were showing them was kind of on the generic side, right? So here's what you want to do though with the AI website builder that you can make this even more customized. So now there's this build with AI feature. So if I click this, it will open up what looks like the Highlevel website builder, which they've made some really great improvements to this as well. But you can see this is an AI. This is like called assist mode. So what you do here is you put in the name of your web page, you put in the business niche, you select the goal, your target audience, what you're offering, and then you just click generate with AI, and it just generates an entire website for you. So look, I don't want to wait. It takes a minute for it to do this. So I'm just going to show you the one I generated on the live show the other day. So I'm going to delete this. Oh, now I got to type in delete. If I can spell. Well, here, we won't worry about that. So let me just go to here, websites, and you'll see it here. Here's this plumber demo site. So I just used that AI builder, and I just put in plumber, and you can see this is the site it built me with content. It created images, all of this stuff. I haven't really done anything to this. It just made this automatically. And if I want to edit any of these things, I can just click on an image. So like you see down here how now this is the AI assistant. So now I'm in build mode. So I can just type in here what I want it to do. So I can say, let's see, let's say that I wanted to change the background color of this section, right? So if I click on the section, you see how it says hero section right here now? That means that what I'm typing in is only going to apply to the hero section. So I'll say change color to green. And then I just click that, and the AI will actually go and just make changes to that section. And we can do that with the headings, the text. Like it generated this text, but I can click on this, ask it to generate new text. Now over here on the left are your standard controls for this type of stuff, right? So this is the hero section. So if I click out of that, you'll see these controls change when I click on the different elements. So you can do all the normal things over here, but now you have this AI on the left. And when it generated this website, it also generated the SEO metadata, all of that stuff as well. So the site comes out pretty well optimized too. So, I mean, this is really a game changer, if you ask me, because now instead of having to show a client a generic pre-built site, we could actually reach out with a site that is customized to them because we can do it very, very quickly, right? Very, very quickly. So it might take a minute for this to do this. So we'll just wait for a second, see if it works. But I mean, this is pretty freaking amazing, right? I've been waiting for them to roll out something like this because, again, this makes building a website really awesome. And then I'm going to show you one other feature here that I think is a complete game changer when it comes to designing websites. And that is, not only can you just focus on individual elements and use AI to quickly get them the way you want them, but you can actually plug images and URLs into this AI agent, and it will copy the look of them for your existing website. Let me say that again. You can drop a URL in here and it will change the look of the website to match the URL. So let's here, let me just find a plumber website. I was doing this in Tulsa, but I'm just going to say plumber Vegas. So let's just find somebody who's up here in the top. So I'm just going to go to this website. Let's say that I like the look of this website. So I can just copy this URL. Let's go back here. Oh, it's still working on initiating the change. Let me let this finish and then we'll do this. Because this is really, really unbelievable. Here, I'm just going to cancel this but you can just pop a URL in here and tell it to make it look like this website. And it will change the whole look of the website to look like this website. I'm not going to do that right now because, as you can see, it takes a little bit of time for it to initiate some of the changes, and that might take too long. But is that amazing or what? I mean, that is unbelievable, right? And all of this is when you enable the new AI website builder, you can do that. And there's also other functions in the funnel builder as well. But they've really improved the look, the builder, the way usage, all of that stuff too. So it's a little bit easier to use and to figure out. So I think this new version of the AI website builder, which is obviously going to get better and better, is going to be amazing. So again, if you haven't checked out my video on this, I dropped a link for it in the comments here. After the show, go there, check it out, watch it. I kind of break down a little more, talk about our strategy behind this, the already done method. And if you leave a comment on the video, then I'll send you a PDF of a remote prospecting strategy that we use to sell these websites as well. And, you know, now with all the automations in Highlevel with email and all that stuff, you can automate prospecting outreach and all those things too. So it really just makes this method, I think, even easier and more scalable to do in today's age. All right. So is that awesome? What do you guys think of that new feature? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of it? Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. All right. Well, we are going to do some shark shout outs now. And then I want to spend some time taking some questions from you guys because I know last week we had a pretty packed show. I didn't get to answer a lot of questions. So we'll do that as well. But I want to get these special Halloween wins out of the way. First up, Lynette Wells. She closed a new client, $555 a month for 34 months. Holy cow. That's a great deal, Lynette. Awesome, awesome win there. Albert, a website update for a vehicle wraps window tinting shop in Anaheim, $450, and discussing to incorporate monthly SEO services. So here's one of the reasons why, and this is a great example of what I was talking about with the already done method. If you're new, right, you're probably thinking like, well, if I'm trying to sell a website to somebody, one, like websites are typically complicated. They can be a real pain in the ass. Two, when I go to tell people I can build a website, they want to know who have I worked for. They want to see sites I've built and I've never built them before. Well, our already done method strategy was put together so that all of those objections go out the window. Because you're showing them a website that's already built, no one ever asks, do you know how to build a website? Who else have you built a website for? Because they see exactly what they're buying right from the start. Imagine if I came to you and I was like, hey, pay me $1,000 and I'll build you a car. Like you would naturally be like, well, do you even know how to build a car, Tom? Like what kind of parts are you going to use? Show me some other cars you've built. Am I even going to like it? But if I rolled up a car that you liked and I was like, hey, here's a car that I know you want and you like, and it's only $1,000, you'd be like, if you thought it was a good deal, you would take it, right? Because you can see the car. Maybe you test drive it. Like, that this thing is already there. It's a tangible thing you're buying. Well, that's what makes the already done method so powerful, because you're setting up the site beforehand. And with the templates and AI, that is even easier to do than ever. All you have to do is some little small customizations, like adding their logos and different things like that. But you're selling a tangible thing. They actually see it. Now, I've used a couple of different approaches to sell these, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So anyway, and what's great about it too is like Albert did here, he sells one for $450, and then he's talking to them about doing monthly SEO services. So one of the great things about websites as a foot in the door is it's a natural extension when you get the site ready to say, well, how are you going to get traffic to it? Are you posting on, we can do social media, we can do SEO. There's lots of other things you can sell. You can add an AI chat widget to it, right? We could do different things like that. So it's a natural path to sell additional services once you've shown that you're trustworthy and you've delivered a great experience by giving this awesome value on this website. So Albert, awesome win here. Fits right in with today's topic. Kristen, her monthly recurring bar client, $3,000. Again, awesome. Here's a grand total for this week is $4,005 for the week of October 25th to the 31st. Our grand total since the start of the year is $925,337.23. We are so close to $1 million. Guys, if you didn't share your wins, get in there, share your wins, get them out there. We want to make sure we have everybody shouted out and accounted for. Again, these are wins we have really nothing to do with. You do all the work. You get the wins. We just like to shout them out and share them. So awesome work, community, on this. Let me see what else we have to go on here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about our strategy and what we're doing. Oh, by the way, a big shout out to our Facebook community manager, Shushan, who some of you may have seen in our group, or maybe you've talked to her. She's actually in Jamaica. So prayers and love out to Shushan. We hope you're safe. Last we heard, she's safe. She's okay, but they're going through quite a storm there. So Shushan, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Let's do an accountability check-in. I love to see this. People post it in the Facebook group and also in the school group, accountability check-ins every week. All right, let me take some questions here. Somebody said, where do you input the URL? Are you talking about for the website, Charles? So you do it right in the AI builder. So here, look, let me show you. Sorry, I thought I demoed that, but maybe I just did it and didn't really explain what I was doing. Let me share my screen here. So when you're inside the website, if you want to like make it copy this site, you just copy the URL and you just drop it. Oops, sorry. You just drop it right here in here. You just say, model this website, and you just put the URL in and then you just hit go. That's all you do. You put it right in the trouble. Now, by the way, if you want to build a site and you don't want to use the assistant, you can just build and use the AI to start building it from scratch as well. So this is really, really awesome. Let's see. What do you, here's a great question. What do you tell them, that it is a template? Olivia, no, usually what I do is, especially in the beginning now, because this is really a strategy to help you get traction when you're new. So what I would tell people was, I would say, look, I'm learning how to build websites. And one of the projects that I did was to build a plumbing website. And so now I have this plumbing website, and I'm not a plumber and I don't need it. And so I thought I could maybe help a local business out. I noticed you don't have a website. I thought maybe you could take a look at it if you like it. I mean, this site probably would sell for $1,500, $2,000, but like I'm willing to part with it for a few $100 because I just like, I have no use for it, right? It's just a project I had to do. I'll even customize it with your logo, your brand information and stuff like that. So I usually just go at it at that approach. And that works really, really great. Actually, the first time I rolled this out, I did it at my local BNI meeting. And because I had so here's how this strategy came about. Let me kind of give you the history of this. So, and maybe some of you can relate to this. When you're out there talking to local businesses and you're trying to get your business off your ground, you're doing everything you can to get clients. You ever run into businesses that just don't have big budgets? They just don't have big budgets. Well, when I was first doing this, I was in a BNI group and I realized like a lot of the people in there wanted to hire me, but like a lot of my pricing was just out of their reach. They were just getting started. They were just on smaller budgets. So I wanted a service that I could offer those people that I could help them with. So this is how this strategy came about. I made a template website. And then I went to that BNI meeting and I just pulled a few people aside and I was like, hey, I know your website needs to be updated, but instead of like doing a custom job, which can run $3,000 to $4,000, how about this? Check this website out. And I opened up my laptop and I showed them the website. I said, I built this website. Now I can customize this. I can put your logo on here. I can change the colors, but I can build this site for you for like $500. I sold 4 of those at one BNI meeting, the very first one I rolled it out at. Now, if I were doing this again, I would look at the people that were in my BNI group that needed websites. I would go into Highlevel. I would use the AI website builder to build a website with their information, with their company name, like custom to them already, because it's really easy to do. And then when I went to that meeting, I would just say, hey, like, listen, I looked at your website. I think it could be updated. I put together something that I want to show you. Like, do you like this? Like, I can sell you this for, $500, $800. So that's what we want to do. Patty says schema is important for getting websites optimized for ChatGPT and other AI searches. Yes. Yeah, Dorn, you're going to be really excited about this because I just talked to the devs at Smart Directory the other day, and we can add schema to those directory sites. So we're starting to get that in motion so that basically what we want it to do is we want it to auto put the schema in for you. But then if you want to go in and edit it and change it, you'll be able to do that. So you'll be able to do that. Yeah, awesome. So I hope I answered that question. Okay. Any other questions here on this topic? Oh, here, let's see. Zoe says, hi, kind of new to this. What can I use as a basis for pricing for an AI built website? So Z, there's a couple things. One thing I would recommend you do is to go into our Facebook group and search #win. You will see a lot. If you want, you can do #win websites. you'll see what actual members of the community are selling websites for. So the price varies and it ranges, right? If you're new and just starting out, your whole goal at this point, at that stage, is to just get some clients and get some traction. So don't get caught up in trying to make a bunch of money. So here's what I mean by that. Like in the beginning, we just got to get some traction. We got to get some wins so that we can get some clients under our belt and break through that first barrier. So this already done method strategy is designed for you to be able to sell a website, which is something a lot of people need help with. Like your chances of running into someone who need help with that are very common. So, to be able to sell a website for $500 is a very kind of no-brainer deal, right? There's not a pressure. You don't have to be a super duper salesperson. You just got to find somebody who wants a website. And the reason they haven't got one is because they're expensive, which is very common. Like, I don't know if you know that, but even in 2025, a ton of businesses don't have websites. And the most common reason is they're too expensive. Well, now you can come in and solve that for them, right? So that's what I would recommend you do there. Can you use AI to make changes to the template websites? I don't know if it's in the templates. I know you can use the AI to make changes here. Let's go. Let's check here. We can discover this together. I haven't tried this yet. So let me go back in here. Let's go to, I don't want to add a page to this. So let's go to add a new website. Let's go into templates. We're going to go continue. Let's pick our plumber template. Let's just pick a plumber template just to keep it easy. Let's do this one. Let's choose this template. So it's going to add the template. Then we'll open it up and see if the AI builder is in there. I'm not sure at this point because this is a beta thing. Oh, yep, there it is. Right there. So you can start with a template. And so I could say, rewrite this headline. So now it's just working on this specific thing, right? Rewrite this headline, and then it will rewrite it. So I could give it more. I really didn't give it any specifics, but yes, you can use the AI in the templates to edit and change the templates as well. That's pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. Under the labs tabs, it's not showing all the new features. I only see 2 of them. Is there another setting? All. So it should be, hold on, let me get out of here. Let me go look. I don't think there's another setting. Like if you have to be in the agency view. Are you in your agency view? You have to be in agency view, settings, and then go to labs. If you're in a sub account, you will not see all of them. So you have to be at the agency level. So if you click on this little bar up here, so look, I'll show you the difference. So right now I'm in a sub account, Tom's agency. But if I want to be an agency, I click this little bar and see where it says switch to agency view. Make sure you're in agency view and then go to settings and then go to labs. And then it's under the sub account section here. You'll find it in here. Okay. All right. Let me go to some more questions here. How do we access the AI in Go Highlevel? Well, Cheryl, there's different places here. So one, to access it in your sub accounts, you have to select the sub account that you want to be in, like your agency sub account. And then you'll see right here on the left-hand menu is AI agents. So if I click that, that opens up all the AI agent stuff. I can create a voice AI, a conversation AI. Here's the agent studio. This is also a brand new feature. I did a video on this the other day. Here's the voice AI, conversation AI, the knowledge base, all the things are right here. So that's how you do it. And then once you build your agent, you connect it in various ways and stuff. So I hope that helps answer that question there. Oh, yeah. And Dorn says labs are a limited rollout. You may not have all of them yet. Maybe that feature is not in for everybody yet, but it goes live November 27th. Paul, if you have a question, you can just pop it in the chat and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Rick says, Tom, I love the add URL function to use the AI site builder. I just use it for my own agency. Is there a way to reference more than one URL? Yeah, I think you can put more, Rick, you just add another URL and tell it what elements you want. You can also add images. So like if you have like an image with a color scheme or a layout, you can add the image and say, hey, make my images look like this or use this color scheme as well. So what is this? So Tom's special? Yeah. Well, I do have access to some beta features. So yes. Tim says, Tom, I'm interested in SDA, but found 2 SDI sites already covering my city and area. One loaded with listings. Feels like the overlap kills uniqueness. What do you recommend? Tim, I always tell everybody, I don't worry about who else is doing a directory site, because when you get into Smart Directory AI, if you follow the process that I lay out there, and what I mean is, if you build a list, add it to your directory site, and actively prospect, meaning use the automation emails to get people that are interested, follow up with calls, like do the active work, you can crush just about anyone else, because most people build their directory and they're just waiting for people to try to find it. They don't really do any active prospecting. Like they're just hoping that someone's going to show up there and buy their premium listings. That is not our approach. That is not what we do. We initiate all of the activity by loading them in the workflow, and then we do a bunch of follow-up. We call. You're going to see very soon, we're beta testing this with some members right now, but we've got voice AI agents that are doing that. I don't know if you guys saw this post. If you're in the school group, you should check this out because this is crazy. But in the school group, this is Russ Ward, who's in the beta group for the voice AI. And this is his directory site. This is his voice AI calling a business that claimed their listing and verifying all the information, right? So following up with the business about their listing. Like this is amazing. If you're in the school group and you haven't watched this, you should go watch this. I'm going to try to get Russ to post this in the Facebook group too, because this was amazing. He's been doing some great stuff with that. So yeah. So I personally, it's all about you. It's not about them, right? I know a lot of people look at everything that you get involved with nowadays is going to have a lot of competition. Like ever walk in Barnes and Noble? What if you were a writer, you wanted to be a writer, and you walk in Barnes and Noble and you're like, yeah, but look at all these books. And there's even more books in libraries and there's even more books online. It's just too crowded. I'm just not going to do it. That's what a lot of people do. Don't be that person. The competition doesn't matter. What matters is your commitment, the actions you take on a daily basis to move your business forward. And you're very rarely are you going to find a true blue ocean these days. There's going to be competition in almost everything. So it really comes down to you and your consistency and being active, not being passive. You know, it took me a long time to get past, like I had this idea that I could just not really do much and money would come to me. And that has never been how it works. So Tim, that would be my recommendation to you. How much do you charge to host the websites? So Olivia, great question. So you can charge for hosting since they're built in Highlevel. The price really is up to you. It depends on what you want to do. I know Dorn, I think Dorn, you do some of this, right? It depends on what you want to put in your package. So you can do a very basic thing where you just charge like $14.95, $19.99 a month, and there's very little stuff from you. Or you could add in things like I'll do 2 edits to your site a month. I'll make sure, you know, you could add in other things and charge more if you wanted. Like if you hire me for hosting, I'll also do a blog post for you each month, but this is the price, right? So you could build your packages however you want. Is there a roadmap of questions that can be asked to add their information to the website? SWR, I'm not sure what you're asking there. How much do you charge? Well, we already covered that one. Yeah, baby. I've been loving saying that. Yep. Oh, there. That's a great script. Awesome. Let me go down here to the bottom and let's see. Let's go. So here's a question. So on the Smart Directory AI user opt-in form, after they fill out the form and hit submit, it enters the user info, but the form stays on open and doesn't advance them to another page. Oh, nice. Oh, hey, TD, thank you. Can you do me a favor? Make sure you submit a ticket on that so that the team can be aware of that and get that added to the bugs board. Thank you. Okay, so Rose says, if we build a site for a client, what's the difference between rent and sell the site? Are there pros to renting a site? Rose, yeah, so I think really what you're asking is, do you charge a one-time fee or do you charge a monthly fee, right? So we do both. We have sites where people pay us monthly, and we have sites where we've used this as a foot in the door and just charge a one-time fee. So what are the pros and cons? The one-time fee site, I think sometimes can be a little easier to sell, like to home services type businesses. They don't want to be in monthly recurring. Plus, you can get more money up front and then add on like hosting or something else on the back end for monthly recurring. If you're going to rent a site or you're going to charge monthly for your site, that's long-term revenue, right? You don't get as much up front, but the more of those you add, your revenue builds up over time. So it really depends on your kind of situation. Do you want more cash flow up front and sell other recurring revenue services on the back? Or are you good with taking less money up front and building more clients over the long term? And obviously, as you raise your prices, if you go watch that video, you'll see I talk about when to raise your prices and a method for scaling and getting, like, you don't want to be like, the goal of this is not to sell $500 websites for the rest of your life, right? The goal of this is to just get traction, get like 3 clients, then raise the price to 800, get 3 more clients, raise the price to 1,000. We have members in our community that sell these pre-built websites for $1,500, some for over $2,000 for the exact same sites they were selling for $500. They're now selling for $2,000 because their confidence, they've got a lot of proof. They've got a lot because they've been doing it, right? Their confidence is up. And so they can just charge more. So, the goal isn't to get rich selling $500 websites. This is really just a strategy to help you get traction, get some cash flow, build your confidence. Charles, I don't know. Can you submit a ticket on that so the team can take a look at that for you? Brian says, I have a client who wants to host on his own site. Can we AI build on a Highlevel and then duplicate on his hosting platform? And how is this done? Brian, that is current. Well, no, you can't really do that. So when you build a site in Highlevel, it's pretty much in Highlevel. They have a WordPress plugin that you can interconnect with a WordPress site, but it still lives in Highlevel. So do you mean he wants to have his own hosting account? Is that what you're talking about? Because here's what you could do. You could have him sign up to Highlevel under your affiliate link, by the way, because if you have a Highlevel account, you have an affiliate link. So you could have him sign up for his own Highlevel account, $97 a month. You could build his website in that, and then you could say, look, but not only are you getting hosting in this awesome website for $97 a month, but I'll also show you how to use some of the other marketing tools, or you could add other things in. Does that make sense? So if I were going to do that, that's what I would do. I would say, look, I'll build you a website. It includes the hosting and everything. It's $97 a month. And then I would just have them use my affiliate link to sign up for Highlevel, and then I'd build the website in there for them. Paul says, for new clients without a website or ancient, untouched, etc., do you encounter tech-averse folks, sales support tips for that type? Paul, my experience has been most people don't want to deal with their websites at all. I've actually had a lot of success with those types of people because I got a lot of website clients because I would tell people I have a marketing agency, and the first thing they would say is, do you do websites? And then usually the next thing they would say is, because I had this website built and the guy ghosted me, and I've been trying to find somebody to help me make some changes, right? So, you know, I would just say, look, I'm here in the area. I can help you with that. So, you know, I say with those types of people, like your value proposition to them is, I'll take care of everything for you. You don't have to worry about it. Let me be your person, and I'm right here, right? Okay. So, can you explain what happens once the site is prepared for the customer who bought the site, like giving the site to the customer or hosting on Go Highlevel? Maintenance of the site, is the site secured? Rose, so yeah, so once the site is prepared, you can either you'll set it up on a domain they have, or you can have a domain already for them, right? So it's hosted in Highlevel. So usually what I'll do is say, I'm going to build the website for 500, and that includes 1 year of hosting. At the end of the year, you're going to start paying me $29.99 a month to host the website. And so that's how I build that in. And then maintenance of the site, you know, that's up to you if you want to build that into the packages or not, right? Michael said he found it. Awesome. Yes, under the sub account tab. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Fantastic. All right. Well, guys, any other last minute questions? I'm going to end today's coaching call a little bit early because I've got to go meet the wife. She was actually nominated for Employee of the Month. So she's excited about that. Michael says he found it. Any other last minute questions? Nope. If renting a site, fees, it includes hosting. Yes. Usually if you're renting a site, that they're paying you for hosting, right? They're just paying you a set fee each month, and you're providing the site for them. We typically at the agency charge $120 a month for those. I did not shampoo the wig yet. Yep. Yeah. So my wife is going as a fembot. I don't know if you see me on Facebook, I posted a picture of it the other day. We're pretty excited. Everybody says great session, great session. Congrats to all the winners. Okay, we always like to do one more thing before we go, and that is give away. Oh, I forgot to bring this up. I always like to give away some cash. Let me see if I can still do this. We may. Oh, yep, I can. Okay. Hashtag. We're going to do this. Here we go. All right. We're going to give away some Cash App money right now. So if you guys could go wherever you're watching this video and put in hashtag spooky. So put in hashtag spooky, and I'm going to draw for two $25 Cash App awards here. You guys are going to love this. It's going to be groovy, baby. Groovy. I love going around telling people, oh, behave. Yep. All right. We got people coming in. All right. We are going to draw again for two $25 Cash App drawing. So I'm going to draw for the first one. Here we go. Our first winner of $25 in cold hard cash is Flaming Doodah. I love that name. I'm not sure who Flaming Doodah is, but our team will make a note now to come in. And then we're going to, anybody else last minute, put in hashtag spooky. You can only enter once, and then we'll draw again. Here we go. Our second $25 Cash App winner is Sunny Aurora. Congratulations, Sunny. The team will make a note. If you can just shoot in email and let them know you're one of the winners, they'll get your $25 in Cash App money sent to you. All right. Look, everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with me on this session. If you haven't checked out the offlinesharks.com/spooktacular, go there, check that out right now. Also, if you could do me a favor and go check out, hold on, let me post this in the comments again. If you could go to my latest YouTube video, It's all about the strategy that we're talking about here. A little more detail on things. If you could subscribe, like, comment, I'll shoot you over a PDF with a special remote prospecting method for this as well. And then also too, on the Spooktacular sell, I think we actually have the already done method at a discounted price. So I think it's on here somewhere. Yeah. Cameron, I believe that's on here, right? The already done method. I'm looking to try to see if I see. Oh yeah, it's on here for it's normally $297, but on the Spooktacular deal here, look, check this out. It's only $27 here. So if you're interested in the already done method and you want more detail, on the Spooktacular page right here, the already done method, we're running a limited sell till Saturday at midnight. So you can go check that out as well. All right, everybody. Thank you again for hanging out. Everybody have a happy Halloween today. Stay safe, practice aloha, and I will see you here, same shark time, same shark channel next Friday. Bye, everybody.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.